All right, guys, there's potential for a winter storm. So today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to talk about what to do in the event of this winter storm taking place. There's still a chance we may not get anything in my area. There's a chance we may. So let's start talking through how to prepare yourself. All right, so let's say an ice storm, a snowstorm, or whatever natural disaster, tornado, whatever happens. The first thing you're going to do is start with what you already have in your fridge because it's already thawed out. Maybe you've already got something cooked. Like our example today that I'll show you in a minute, we have some hamburger taco soup that we cooked the other night. We did a video on the chicken taco soup. The hamburger taco soup is pretty much the same thing. You just add ground beef instead. But I'll be sure to post a video of that coming up in the future. So the first thing we're going to do is start with our leftovers and whatever we have in the fridge because we don't want that to go to waste. In the event that this is prolonged, the next step is what is in your freezer that's going to thaw out if the power's out. So once you go through what you have in your fridge, then you'll go to your freezer. Once the freezer's out, then you start going into your pantry. That's where your canned goods, freeze-dried goods, the disaster bucket meals, that type of deal, that's going to be how that works. So fridge, freezer, pantry. That's how you want to work it. So let's talk about a couple of options on how you're going to heat those items. So in the event the power's on, obviously use your outlets, use your power with your crock pot or your stove, however you would normally cook. In the event that you can't do that, the power's out, one thing you can do, takes a long time, is you can actually use a couple of candles, get you a stand. They make a fold-out stove that will go over that. I have one downstairs in the basement just in case something like that were to happen. You light your candles, set that on top. Or you can use one of those little butane, like heating elements that you get at Walmart. So what you want to do if you have to go into your pantry, have some quick items. The thing to note here is most anything pasta related or meal kit related, you're going to have water. So in the event of any type of emergency coming up, you want to make sure to drop some extra water, have some water in jugs, gallon jugs, whatever. Beyond that, you can obviously go to something meal ready or canned meat. Just make sure that you prepare a little bit. So again, we're going to go with what's in our refrigerator, use that first. If there's anything in the freezer that may go bad, we'll go to that next. Then this is our tertiary. That's the pantry stuff. All right, beyond that, let's talk about a couple other items. So what we have here is a rechargeable flashlight. That's what you'll need in case the power goes out for an extended amount of time. A solar-powered radio that also has a light on it. There is a solar-powered power bank to keep your phone and other such devices charged. And we have a solar-powered lamp. This also has a flashlight on the bottom. So again, I know this is a little, but with a threat of incoming weather, it got me thinking, why don't I share what I do? So the other thing about this is like the crock pot, let's say the power's out, but I still want to use that crock pot. I do have basically a Jackery. It's a solar powered generator. It's a battery bank, big battery. It's actually strong enough to run my refrigerator for 12 hours on its own. When we do have tornadic activity or any type of electrical storm that's taking our power out, I do like to sleep with a fan on throughout the year. So I have used that a couple times already in 2025. The power goes out for a period of time. I'm going to take that battery Jackery, hook it up to my fan, and it'll run it for like 42 hours by itself. Very low draw. But that's just some examples of stuff that you can prepare and be ready for. So let's say it goes even beyond that. We start talking power outages, hurricanes. So I used to do hurricane duty with a gas company. Going on hurricane duty, you get something drastic like that, then you're talking like your gas propane generator. I have one of those downstairs in the basement as well. So with the gas or propane, it's a dual fuel generator. It's basically a Harbor Freight model, Predator, but it does the trick. That's what you need. So you have levels of what you need. You don't have to go overboard. Let's say you don't have any of this. You can make things work. We also have a couple of fire pits outside. We have a gas grill. I have a charcoal grill. But again, it's not that big a deal. Just make sure you're doing a little bit of preparedness and it will go a long way. Okay, so we've talked through kind of my plan and what we have here. Just to be prepared for whatever may come. Don't have to be today, doesn't have to be this storm. Maybe down the road. Maybe my neighbor's power goes out, the tree falls on the power line, whatever. I'm able to help them out. So it's just about a little bit of preparedness. It goes a long way. I hope some of these tips help you. Remember, start with what's in your fridge, then go to your freezer, and then your pantry. Be smart with your resources. A little bit of thought will go a long way. There's nothing wrong with being a little prepared for you and your family. Matter of fact, FEMA and the DOD, they actually put this out on their website of, every family should have a minimum of, 2 weeks of food and this and that and what to have on hand. So you don't have to take this advice. It's just something I wanted to share with y'all. There's still a couple of days before this storm potentially gets here. So if you're in the area, anywhere from Texas to basically anywhere on the East Coast right now, there's a possible threat for you. So something to think about. I hope this video helps. If you have any questions, please post them down in the comments. And hey, as always, like, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. All right, for those of y'all that's in the short feed, guess what? There is potential winter weather in our way coming to us in a couple of days. So we got a couple of days to prepare. Let me talk you through a couple of things that you can do right now that will save you in the future. Maybe not this storm, but one coming. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is start with anything that you already have prepped, left over. Go ahead and use that up. Don't let it go to waste. The next thing you're going to do is anything that's already thawed out in your fridge, use that next. If the power's out for an extended amount of time, then we're going to start looking at what's in the freezer that may go bad. We're going to use that next. Beyond that, let's say it's extensive, it's a hurricane, or it's a complete whiteout blizzard for a week. Then we're going to go to our pantry. Once we're in our pantry, be cognizant, because most of that stuff, your freeze-dried fruit, your survival buckets, ramen noodles, macaroni and cheese, all that stuff requires water. So you need to have at least 3 to 4 gallons of water on hand. The rule of thumb in the preparedness community is 3 gallons of water per person per day. Just something to keep in mind. All right. Now, let's talk about. So, if the power's out, you can always use a candle with a fold-out stove. Have one of those downstairs in case we need it. We got our water drawn up. We've got our hamburger taco soup left over from the other night. We have our pantry items if we get that far. But again, we're going to go fridge, then freezer, then the pantry. All right, that covers the food. Now, let's talk about what else you may need. You may need a power bank to charge your phones and devices so you can stay in touch with loved ones and also keep up with what's going on. You may also want a solar-powered radio. This one also has a flashlight. And it has a hand crank. So, 3 different options to make sure you can stay in tune with what's going on in your local area. Beyond that, this is a rechargeable flashlight. How about that? Then you have a solar-powered lamp. This is a lamp and a flashlight. How about that? That one stays in my windowsill year-round. It has been used a couple of times, believe it or not. We do live in a tornadic area, so even when the power goes out, that comes in handy. The next thing I want to talk about, okay, what about a Jackery? Yes, I have one of those, and I keep it charged because when we have tornadoes or we've had power outages, I like a fan at night. So I keep that thing charged. When the power goes out, what do? I hook that thing up to the Jackery. Boom, I've got a fan. It lets me sleep just like normal. I'm good to go. All right, beyond that, you're going to need a gas generator, and those can be dual fuel like mine. Predator has one. That's what I have. It is gas and propane. Hope you like this. Like, subscribe. Check out the full-length video. See you next time.